he's ever seen in his life has been me and Manny Pacquiao.
Really?
Yeah. I won't disclose what took place, but it's been great.
You say you knocked out Manny Pacquiao?
I don't know what that means.
But he's still young. He's strong. He's a big boy. Pacquiao is 46, man. It's tough, man.
Kind of, in the most respectful way, like make him regret, coming out of retirement, to face me.
The boxing world is buzzing with speculation after reports emerged about Manny Pacquiao's recent sparring session ahead of his showdown with Mario Barrios. According to his sparring partner, they did train together, but he refused to reveal what actually took place in the ring. When asked directly if he had knocked Pacquiao out, he simply laughed and gave no clear answer. That cryptic reaction has fans questioning Pacquiao's current form and whether he's truly ready for this high-stakes comeback.
So now you're a big deal. And didn't you spar Manny Pacquiao around that time?
Yeah.
How's Manny Pacquiao in the ring?
Oh man, we worked so much. We worked so much together. Freddie Roach, I can quote him. He said that the best fights, sparring he's ever seen in his life has been me and Manny Pacquiao.
Really?
Yeah. I won't disclose what took place, but it's been great.
You say you knocked out Manny Pacquiao?
I don't know what that means. I have amnesia.
Okay.
Veteran trainer Robert Garcia has expressed major concerns about Manny Pacquiao's comeback, warning that at 46 years old, he's fighting an uphill battle. Garcia didn't hold back, calling Pacquiao's return a risky move in today's unforgiving boxing landscape. While he acknowledged Manny's legendary achievements, Garcia stressed that time is undefeated. And in boxing, age isn't just a number. He highlighted that the gap in speed, reflexes, and stamina between Pacquiao and today's top-tier fighters is simply too wide. In high-level competition, even the smallest decline can be the difference between victory and a dangerous defeat.
And lastly, Robert, do you think Pacquiao wins this fight?
Man, look, Pacquiao's is a legend. He's a legend. He's everybody, myself, Mexicans, people love him because he's just such a great person. He helps a lot. Everything he does is to help people out, and I know of so many stories of people that he's helped, that he's done in his country. So you can't help not like him, and I wish him well. But at 36, it's too hard.
46, yeah.
46. Oh, my bad. 46, yeah. He's 4 years younger than me, man. I don't see myself even able to, box for 12 rounds against a young fighter, even though Barrios might be the lighter of the welterweight division.
Right.
But he's still young. He's strong. He's a big boy. Pacquiao is 46, man. It's tough, man. But it's been done before, man. Foreman done it, Hopkins did it, that Leonard came back, also and did it after a long retirement. So is it possible? Yeah. Does he have the talent to do it? Yeah. Was he one of the best fighters of all times? Yeah. So we could see him pull it off, man. But I don't see it happening.
Sports analysts are treading carefully when it comes to fully endorsing Manny Pacquiao's comeback. Their hesitation isn't rooted in questioning his legendary status, but rather in evaluating the current realities he faces. Still, they recognize that Pacquiao's decision to return at this stage of his life isn't impulsive. It stems from an intense inner fire and unwavering self-belief. Analysts agree that a fighter of Pacquiao's caliber wouldn't risk his legacy unless he genuinely felt he still had something left in the tank. While most stop short of making bold predictions, some admit that his heart, determination, and championship mindset could still make the difference. If his conditioning holds up and his timing clicks once the bell rings, a shocking upset is far from impossible.
Everyone's going to be paying attention. I know I have been these last couple of weeks, watching all these old fights, looking at interviews, watching him train. It just makes you think, like, does he have one more in him? I don't know. He thinks so. And we're going to watch him try at least.
Against Mario Barrios, he's going to be looking for the WBC World Tour World titles.
Yeah. Barrios is a world champion in the welterweight division that is about as weak as I've ever seen it. I think probably people older than me won't ever remember. This might be the weakest welterweight division in history, especially with the removal of Ennis, who's likely seen his last fight at welterweight. I do believe that there are guys coming up in the pipeline that are pretty good welterweights, but they're not at the championship, or they're not getting the championship shot quite yet. But if there's a moment in time where an older fighter can jump in and maybe, steal a moment or steal a belt and win a championship and do something special, it's probably right now. It's Mario Barrios losing the welterweight title isn't exactly Michael Moore losing the heavyweight title to George Foreman, when Moore had just beaten Amanda Holyfield. It was a shock when Foreman beat him, but nonetheless, it's still an accomplishment. I think Barrios sucks. So I think I think
Mario Barrios hasn't held back when discussing his mindset heading into the fight. The rising star confidently stated that Manny Pacquiao's return from retirement is a decision he'll come to regret. Barrios, sharp and focused, says he's been analyzing Pacquiao's recent training footage and customizing his strategy based on what he's seen, that he noted a clear drop in Manny's speed and conditioning, insisting that age isn't just a number, it's a serious factor at the elite level. While Barrios says he respects Pacquiao's legendary accomplishments, he's convinced that the fighter standing across from him won't be the same force who dominated the sport a decade ago. For Barrios, this bout is more than just a fight. It's a career-defining opportunity to make a statement by defeating a legend.
In this camp.
So yeah, then, I guess I'll put it this way, I don't think based on that, then you should be surprised with anything Manny does, or is it we'll see with the first punch how that mimics the sparring?
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of the best way, right? Because again, we have been trying to mimic or trying to get the looks that Manny brings as best as we can, but still everything it's gonna come down to fight night. I'm still preparing for the best version of Manny that I can. I'm not going in there expecting to be facing an old man. So yeah, I'm expecting it to be fast and to be moving. So yeah, I'm just expecting the best from him.
I would think because you're younger, that the later the fight goes, the more it's in your favor, right? Do you guys feel that?
I feel that. I have confidence, and the more, the longer the fight goes, right? It's it's my job to go in there and yeah, make him feel like the old man, make him feel kind of, in the most respectful way, make him regret, coming out of retirement, to face me. Make him question, right? Why did I come back for this?
Multiple analysts, including a particularly outspoken panel of 11 experts, have voiced serious concern over Manny Pacquiao's physical readiness for his return. Reflecting on his last fight, which ended without a convincing performance, the panel noted a clear decline in the sharpness, footwork, and explosiveness that once defined his style. Their collective outlook suggests this comeback carries significant risk, especially against an opponent like Mario Barrios, known for his power and relentless pace. Many believe that if Pacquiao struggles to match the tempo or absorb shots the way he once could, a knockout isn't just possible, it's probable. While some commend his bravery, most agree that stepping back into the ring at 46 against a younger, active contender is a high-stakes gamble that could end painfully.
So Manny Pacquiao's gonna get knocked out by Mario Barrios. And I get it, Mario Barrios is far from a good fighter. Mario Barrios is one of the worst champions in all of boxing, but Manny Pacquiao is so old, bro. I think a lot of you guys forget Manny Pacquiao fought last year and he arguably lost to a Muay Thai kickboxer dude. This dude wasn't even a boxer. Yes, he was really big, but the dude was just not a boxer. Honestly, I think the WBC should call this fight off. I think it's not too late to kind of go back on your word and let's call this one off. This fight should not be sanctioned by anybody. This fight should not be allowed. At least Mario Barrios should be stripped of his WBC title for defending it against a 46-year-old. Is there a slim chance Manny Pacquiao is able to outmaneuver him and maybe outpoint him, punch, around him. Yeah, maybe. But realistically, it won't happen. But if he does, I think it will solidify him as the greatest boxer of all time, no questions about it. I think if he does win this fight, it would put him clearly over Ali, Ray Robinson, Ray Leonard, and Floyd Mayweather. But I want to hear your guys' thoughts on how y'all feel about this fight.
Coach Joel Diaz shared his perspective on the upcoming matchup with a balanced mix of respect and realism. He praised Manny Pacquiao's legendary career and historic achievements, but emphasized that age is an undeniable factor that can't be overlooked. Diaz pointed out that Mario Barrios, being significantly younger, holds key advantages in energy, recovery, and physical sharpness, attributes that naturally fade with time. While he acknowledged that Pacquiao was once unmatched in speed, angles, and footwork, Diaz believes those signature traits inevitably diminish, and that could play a major role in the outcome of this fight.
Yeah. Mario Barrios is younger. He's younger, he's big, he's a big boy. I mean, he still has a little bit more youth in him than Manny. Manny, if I'm not mistaken, I think Mario Barrios is probably same size as Margarito.
I think so, like 5'10", 5'11".
Around there, yeah. And Manny at this age, he shouldn't be fighting. In my opinion, I respect the man a lot. He gave the sport of boxing his life. He gave us great moments, great memories.
One of the most pressing concerns surrounding Manny Pacquiao's comeback is his age and extended time away from the ring. After years of inactivity, returning to elite-level competition requires not only immense physical effort, but also a sharp mental recalibration. Experts warn that the layoff impacts more than just stamina and muscle memory. It also affects a fighter's ability to adapt to the newer, faster, and more refined styles of today's younger opponents. In a sport where timing and rhythm are critical, even the slightest delay in reaction can lead to a fight-ending shot. Pacquiao's past greatness is beyond question, but as critics point out, no amount of legacy can turn back time.
I think people are forgetting Pacquiao has a championship fight this weekend against Mario Barrios. And I don't know what to really think about this one. So, I took a screenshot of this and circled it. Pacquiao's 46 years old. See, status inactive. And, I don't know. I don't know how, one, they gave this guy a license to have this fight. I get Manny Pacquiao, who he used to be, and how truly good he really was. Not that guy anymore. Going against a guy who's young and Mario Barrios and talented. And then if you look at Pacquiao's resume going into this fight. So obviously you have his loss in 2015 to Mayweather. And we'll just go up. I mean, look, he beat Bronner in 2019. That win didn't age too well, but it's a very good win. Beats Keith Thurman, who beat Barrios. And he loses to Ugas in UD, who, by the way, gets cooked by Barrios 2 years later. Pacquiao, at this point, will have had a 4-year layoff going into this fight, or a 3-year and 11-month layoff, if you look at that. Going into a championship fight, it's a guy who's young and decently talented. Is it a winnable fight? Yes, it is. Manny Pacquiao's 46 years old. He's an old man. I doubt he will get the job done. Don't be surprised if he does, though. Don't be surprised. I hope he does. I mean, who doesn't like Manny Pacquiao? But we'll see. But what do we think? Should Pacquiao even have a license to be boxing this weekend?
Analyst Sean Zittel has made a bold prediction, declaring that this fight will mark the end of an era. He believes Mario Barrios will secure a decisive win, one that not only hands Manny Pacquiao a loss, but also pushes the legend to officially retire for good. In Zittel's view, this bout goes beyond wins and losses. It represents a symbolic passing of the torch. While he commends Pacquiao for having the courage to face a dangerous and active opponent, he argues that Barrios' youth, hunger, and consistent activity in the sport give him a clear and undeniable edge.
The jab is what can neutralize Pacquiao. It's what helped Ugas neutralize Manny in between those bursts that are coming. So we'll see. My first thought of this fight was Sugar Ray Leonard when he came back against Hector Camacho. I think we get Barrios winning, and I think Manny announces an emotional retirement in the ring in a beautiful moment after the fight. He's one of those guys that needs to lose against an ordinary type of fighter like Barrios to truly know it's over, because without a shadow of a doubt, 10 years ago, he would have handled Barrios with ease, and that's not a diss to Barrios. So you gotta lose to a Joe Smith. You gotta lose to a Mario Barrios. Manny is one of the fighters that won't stop until you make him stop. So Saturday night, I think Mario Barrios finally makes him stop.
There's no question. This fight is a high-stakes gamble from Manny Pacquiao. By stepping back into the ring, he's not just risking defeat, but potentially tarnishing his legacy and endangering his long-term health. After spending decades building one of the most respected resumes in boxing history, a poor showing now could cast a shadow over his legendary career. Even more concerning, at 46, the physical damage he could sustain carries far greater risks than it did in his prime. Experts have voiced serious concerns, arguing that no title shot or payday is worth the toll this dangerous matchup could take. Former opponent Chris Algieri, who once faced Pacquiao himself, offered a sobering take. He warned that if Manny struggles to find his rhythm and balance in the opening rounds, the fight could spiral out of control quickly. Algieri emphasized that for a fighter returning from a long layoff, early momentum is absolutely crucial, especially against a young, sharp, and hungry opponent like Mario Barrios. If Pacquiao fails to establish himself early or land meaningful shots, Algieri believes Barrios will likely take over and dominate. In his words, a shaky start could lead to a disastrous outcome by the final bell. And with genuine concern, he fears this could become one of the toughest and possibly most painful nights of Pacquiao's entire career.
This is going to be a bad night for Manny. One of the things that I really thought made Manny special, and what I noticed in the ring too, was his first step. It was so damn fast. Fastest hands I ever fought in a ring was Amir Khan. Fastest first step was Manny Pacquiao. His ability to pull the trigger early on, pop that straight left hand right down the middle. If I see him go out there, pop that straight left hand on the heavy-footed Mario Barrios, bangs him, cracks him with her left hand early, I'm like, okay, we got to fight. If I see him falling out of position, being off balance, getting square, and getting countered early on, I'm gonna know right away this is gonna be a bad night for me.
Despite the rising wave of concern, some boxing analysts still hold out hope for Manny Pacquiao. They argue that as an 8-division world champion, Pacquiao possesses a level of knowledge, experience, and ring IQ that simply can't be taught or replicated. These supporters believe that while Mario Barrios may have youth on his side, he doesn't yet have the depth of skill or adaptability that Manny has developed over decades at the sport's highest level. They point to Pacquiao's long history of defying expectations, reminding fans that he's no stranger to being counted out, only to rise again. For them, this fight isn't just a farewell. It could be yet another chapter in a remarkable story of resilience, where wisdom and timing overcome youth and power.
Manny Pacquiao returns to the ring against a young fighter, champion WBC, Mario Barrios. How do you see that fight playing out?
Yeah, Barrios is a tall guy, and he's a tough guy. You know, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt because Pacquiao is champion, the holder of the records of 8 divisions, and he knows how to fight, he knows how to win, so you always got to give it that opportunity for him to show up. And now whoever shows up in that ring, whether it's a desire to win or just try to be there, that's a question that we have to see. But I believe that he has the ability to do something to win the fight against Barrios.
There are still strong voices in the boxing world who believe in Pacquiao's magic. They argue that it's a mistake to underestimate a fighter of his caliber, regardless of age. At 46, Pacquiao's entire career has been a testament to defying the odds, and his supporters believe this could be yet another moment where he shocks the world. They point to his relentless determination, unmatched discipline, and unshakable self-belief, qualities that have fueled many of his greatest victories. For those still in Pacquiao's corner, this fight isn't about age or rust. It's about heart, and they believe he still has plenty of it left.
Well, I mean, Manny's already, it doesn't matter anything. Manny's already a winner, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, he's just to step in and to keep challenging himself at his age, I mean, that's he's already won. So it doesn't matter what the outcome is.
July 19th, we've got Manny Pacquiao getting back to the ring at the age of 46 against a young, hungry champion, Mario Barrios.
Doesn't matter, knockout. You know, nothing against the other guy, by the way. Shout out to you. You probably have a great future ahead of you after this fight. But I'm predicting maybe a 7th round knockout. You know, it's gonna be a little brutal. Head's gonna be on the ground. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm definitely betting on it. So we'll see.
I think it's nothing Manny can't handle. I think if Manny fights Manny's fight, I think he beats him. I think he beats him. And I think, and this is where I say it might be shock the world, I think he could unify the title. I really do. I still think he's got the ability at 46 to do something that will shock me. I believe that.
At a certain age, even as great as Ray is, he's not the Ray Leonard who became the world champion, one of the greatest fighters in history. So age takes a toll. I mean, Manny actually walked in when I was working out in the ring. And I said, let me tell you something. Age really has nothing to do with this. And I'm 82, so, I think you train hard, you're working hard, you've got the skills, but, let's be realistic. It's a split-second sport. Right?
You nearly hit me.
Nearly. That's why I said nearly. So you still got it.
Love you.
Shane Mosley, a respected boxing veteran, offered a more optimistic perspective after getting a glimpse of Manny Pacquiao's training camp. Mosley noted that Pacquiao has been training with serious intensity and laser focus, appearing both physically sharp and mentally dialed in. According to Mosley, if Manny can carry that same energy and form into the ring on fight night, he has the potential to exceed expectations. While many are focusing on what Pacquiao might have lost with age, Mosley believes what he still has could be more than enough to make this a competitive and possibly triumphant return.
Here's what Shane Mosley thinks about Manny Pacquiao's upcoming fight.
The way I feel right now, I think that he's going to do really, really good, and I think that it's a really strong possibility that he wins the world title. He gets up every morning, he does his run, he works very hard. I'm listening to what he's doing and his mentality. Well, I talked to him the other day. I was like, he sounds exactly like me. My mentality, he has my mentality. Like we have the same. We're like walking the same type of thing. He's 46, I'm 53, but it's like we're almost the same. I don't really know Barrios like that, so I can't really speak about it. That's why I'm like hesitant. But see what I see with Manny. Yeah, I think that it's a very strong possibility he wins the world title.
Alex Ariza, who has previously worked closely with Manny Pacquiao, offered a more critical take on the comeback. He noted that Pacquiao's current training regimen appears largely unchanged from what he used during his prime, a choice Ariza sees as potentially problematic. He emphasized that what worked for Manny in his 20s and 30s may no longer be effective in his 40s, as the body simply doesn't respond the same way with age. Ariza cautioned that sticking to old routines without adapting to current physical realities could leave Pacquiao vulnerable, in his view. Unless there's a strategic shift in preparation and pacing, Pacquiao risks being overwhelmed once the fight gets underway, especially against a younger, fresher opponent like Mario Barrios.
Okay, so a few more days, Pacquiao, Barrios, and of course I'm here with Alex. Who better knows Pacquiao than Alex? How do you see the fight going down?
I think it's a good fight. I think Manny, they picked a good opponent. The blueprint's already there. Margarito, only not as big. So Manny just has to do the same thing.
Easier said than done, but a lot of, of course I've watched a lot of analysts, experts, they're saying, yes, that's the blueprint. Can he do it at 46?
If I was privy to what he's doing, then I'd be able to say yes or no, but I'm not. Like with my teams, we have a dietitian, we have a chef, we have a recovery doctor. We know where our fighter is, And he's only 21. Manny's 46. So they should be checking his blood, finding out what his optimal levels are, what he's probably deficient in, what he's not deficient in, what they have to. So they should be all on top of that.
Can you make a good assumption based on what you see on training and videos if he's in good condition?
I don't see anything. All I see is the same thing, to be honest. I see him doing a lot of shadow boxing. They don't show sparring, so we don't really know.
So you can't really test if his condition.
No, he's always looks good before the fight.
That's it for today's video. Stay tuned for more updates, analysis, and behind-the-scenes coverage. Until next time, fight fans, keep your guard up and your eyes on the ring. Oncoming Fist Boxing Glove.